Good evening, YouTube. It's your boy Humble Warrior back with another video. I actually made one earlier talking about the committee of college football and the Florida State fiasco or whatever. But this won't be as long of a video because it's just a few things I wanted to put out there. So, first take today had a topic speaking about Tyreek Hill and the MVP race. And Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp, whom I both respect and admire, and I actually listen to what they say, they both made the compelling argument that Reek is not the sole reason Tua is so successful. They highlighted that he has over 1,400 yards. Tua's got 3,457 yards, and it's just through 12 games. So they painted a picture as if without Reek, Tua wouldn't be as elite. They also said that Reek basically makes his job easier. It got quoted on Twitter that Shannon said Tua was a jag, just another guy. I didn't really hear him say that verbatim, but I went and did a little research. Tua's been in the league 4 years. He's dealt with injuries 3 of those years. You go back to his rookie year, he was banged up. He played 10 games, put up 1,814 yards. He had 11 touchdowns, 6 picks. No, 11 touchdowns, 5 picks, excuse me. Very next year, he played 13 games, put up 2,500 yards, around that range, 16 touchdowns, 10 picks. 2023, he played 13 games, put up 35, I think it was 35, 56 or something like that. Put up 25 touchdowns, 8 picks. This year, Tua's played 12 games. He put up 34, 57, 24 touchdowns, 10 picks. And the last 2 years he had Reek. Now, but the first 2 years, his rookie year, he didn't have hardly anybody. He had what we call custodian players. They basically should have been janitors on the high school team. But he had, Isaiah Ford and those players in 2020. 2021, he got Waddle. Then he got Reek in 2022. Now, I did a little deeper research into this. So they made a comparison about Reek and Waddle. They said that Tyreek already has, I think, 93 catches this year. He's been targeted over 120 times. But he has 66 drops already just this season in 12 games. Jalen Waddle, production-wise, fell off this year. He's been hurt. He's been banged up. But there's no excuse for dropping 38 balls. And I think he's only played 7 games. Somebody can correct me on his games played, but he's dropped the ball 38 times. And he only has 743 yards. He will eclipse 1,000, I'm sure. He will eclipse 1,000. But if you dropping the ball that much, then I don't see how it's a fair argument to say, oh well, Reek has twice as many yards, which he does. But Reek has also dropped the ball 66 times. If you cut that number in half, Reek will probably get to 2,000 yards a lot quicker. Because wouldn't that mean he would have, if you cut that in half with just 33 more passes, he would have over 120 receptions and probably 1,700 yards right now, something like that. And if you cut down Waddle's things, so let's just say Waddle has 14 drops. So Waddle would have roughly about 90 catches, over 1,000 yards right now. And maybe he would have 8, 9 touchdowns. Because Reek got 12, I think it is, 12 or 13 right now. Waddle only got 3. That's all Waddle got, but most of his stuff came from drops. Drops, inefficiencies, and his inconsistent play at receiver. Granted, he has been hurt, but he still has to be able to catch the ball, which is who the hell is this? And why are you being fucking weird? What the hell are you doing, bro? Stop being stupid. But because of his drops and because of the inconsistent play, it's hard to say that. What the hell is this? And why are they playing with me today? But it's hard to say that. Let me park on the side of the road again. Get time for this. But it's hard to say that, you know, without Reek, Tua would not be as effective. Without Reek, Tua still got 2,000 plus yards. Now Tyreek took 1,000 of those or 1,400 of those yards and put them up to 3,400, which shows that, you know, Reek was the focal point of offense, which is not bad. But to sit here and say that the kid is just a jag or he's not just another player, go back and look at the games that he missed last season. Go back and look at it. The Cincinnati game, he got knocked out, right? They lost to the Vikings. They lost to the Jets. They lost to another team as well. They was on a 3-game losing streak before he came back, put them on a 5-game winning streak. He got hurt again. They went back losing again. No, my bad. They went on a 5-game winning streak. They won on a 5-game losing streak. And then he got hurt. They lost to Green Bay Packers, but that game he had a concussion in. And then they lost to the Patriots. They barely eked out the Jets, and they barely made the playoffs, in which they lost to the Bills, 34-31. So it's hard to make the argument that, you know, Tua's a jag or he's not important to the team. Or as Shannon says, you know, hey, Reek makes that go. Reek is a very valuable piece. But when you take Reek out the game, everybody else participates, you know. And it's not, to me, it's not the fault of Tua that Reek gets all the attention. Reek gets open a lot. The Washington game, they showed that he ran the wrong route and Tua threw it the way he was supposed to be at versus where he was running to. Because if you look at the throw, Tua threw that right down the middle. Tua threw it to the right, but straight to the right. Reek ran to the left and came back to the right to catch it. Then he finished running left to get into the end zone. So who really was at fault there? Reek was the entire time. He ran the wrong route. Then on the 78-yard touchdown, he said that Tua called an audible, saw the one-on-one coverage, and he got Reek the ball. He could have got A-Chain the ball as well because he was open as well. But, I mean, he gave it to Reek. Fine, no problem. But this notion that people just keep on beating, they're making it seem like Tyreek, you know, like he's the end-all, be-all to Tua. They both helped each other greatly. They both are benefiting from this. So stop making it seem like one is superior to the other. Reek is a phenomenal freak of nature. But let's be real here. I mean, in Kansas City, he was second fiddle to Travis Kelce, unfortunately. But you also see that Reek opened up doors for Travis Kelce. Because now, who's getting triple covered? Travis Kelce. Right? Did Travis Kelce not getting all the attention? When Reek was there, guess who got most of the attention? Tyreek did. Which means Travis Kelce was able to operate a lot easier. He can go over the middle. He can go toward the sideline. He can do a lot of things one-on-one against a safety or a linebacker that he can't do now because somebody got to get the focal point of attention. When they got in the end zone, Travis Kelce benefited the most from having Tyreek Hill. He benefited the most because they always had to account for where 10 was when he was on the field. So, Shannon, Stephen A., you guys are dead wrong. I mean, Dan Orlovsky was right. The MVP here is still Tua. Now, Tyree should get some votes because what he's doing is phenomenal. But without Tua, this don't go nowhere. Ask them what they looked like last year with Teddy Bridgewater and Skylar Thompson. No disrespect to Skylar Thompson, he was a rookie. But ask them what they looked like last year. That's why Reek fought so hard to say, that's my quarterback, because he understood at the end of the day, we go nowhere without this kid. He is next level in terms of what he can do with the ball. And to have a bottom tier offensive line and what he's doing this season is second to none. But you also could say the same for Joe Burrow, who's injured, unfortunately. Justin Herbert, his line is not that great, but it's not as bad as Miami's, because Tua's constantly seeing pressure. Even against the elite defenses, he was seeing pressure, but he was able to manipulate it with his pocket presence, step up, step back, step sideways, and get the ball off to where it needed to be at to convert the first down or go get a score. So you can't discredit him the way they've been doing. It's getting ridiculous. It is getting to the point to where I'm literally about to be done watching any Miami takes on TV, because it's gotten to the point now it's sad. They literally don't want to give that kid any credit. But when he does walk away and hang up them cleats, you got to look back and say, well, damn. A lot of these highlights are made because of what he's able to do. With his anticipatory skills, where he places the ball, how he puts these receivers in spots to where they can be successful. All this is done by what he can see on the field and how fast he can read a defense. And how he's able to put Tyreek, Waddle, Berrios, and all these other guys in position to make the right play. But he's not going to get that credit. I mean, even if he go win the Super Bowl this year, they're going to give all that credit to Reek. So, but this is my last time making that type of video, man. I just felt like it's disgusting what they're doing to him, because it's like, what's so hard about admitting the way he's playing right now? Nobody really would think that Tua's on pace right now to crack 4,500 yards. He got 5 games left. All he got to do is average 290 a game. No, not 290. He got to average, about 290. About 290. And he will crack 4,500 yards. 500 yards short of 500 yards short of 5,000. If he averages 300 yards the next 5 games, he will get over. He'll have 4,900 yards in the season. His fourth season, he'll get 4,900 yards. And if he can just give us 2 or 3 touchdowns the next 5 games, that's 10 touchdowns. That put him at 35, 36 touchdowns. If he can give us if he can have an explosive game between here and December 31st, he could possibly get to 40 plus touchdowns. But we need him to blow out the damn Titans and blow out the Jets. And then if we put up a 40 piece on the Cowboys, I'm gonna be ecstatic. But we'll see where that goes. That's another topic for another day. That's just my rant, guys. I mean, I'm just sick of it. But let me know what you guys think, man. Peace.